Hello, this is my solo world. It's episode 14, but part 3. This has been a big project, much more than I can fit in one episode. I didn't change the episode to 15 because it's still part of the same project. This is the spot I marked out for the trident killer. This is 1 of 5. So after I'm done with this one, I got to do it 4 more times. I'm going to check the direction after I get out of this hole, what direction I want the drops to go. This is where mine and Silent Whisper's design goes different. Where I just put that hole, he would have a hopper and chest. But I'm going to make water streams underneath that. Now I got to set 4 more. But I'm just checking to make sure this is working. Now I'm going to set 4 more. I'm just going to make tunnels that connect heading towards where I'm going to put my storage and autocrafters. And then, eventually it'll have a water stream with soul sand that'll pull it up from out of the ground up to an item filter. But this is why I dug down at each trident killer. So I, know that I've dug far enough. And it marks it for me. So all the drops and all the XP are going to come through this tunnel. I'm going to hit water here. I'm going to speed it up. But this water cannot be here. It might be down far enough to where it won't interfere with this fish. But I'm not taking any chances. I want an efficient farm, so I'm going to do the work. Again, I didn't get the sponges yet. I didn't want to screw up this timeline and show up here with sponges. So I'll just fill it all in with blocks. Get rid of all the water. Once I fill in the platform, I'll watch the fish to see if they're heading to where I need them to head, and to make corrections after that. If they're like going to weird spots and not to where I've got the trident killers, then I know I got a water issue. But I want to make sure this is all taken care of while I know it's here and cover it up best I can. Any mistakes now or problems now will reduce your rates on this farm. And this farm is a fast farm. But when you start reducing rates, you're going to be disappointed when all the work that you put into it, that you didn't take the steps to make sure that there were water removed. So it's just like any other mob farm or anything, mob spawning and determining where they go and where they do and do not spawn. You have to take the extra steps to make sure that they can spawn anywhere, can't spawn anywhere else other than your desired location. And when this farm relies heavily on pathfinding, so you have to make sure that nothing messes with the fish's pathfinding. You want them to spawn in and right away head straight to a trident killer. That's why there's 5 trident killers here. So they have the closest possible spot from where they spawned in to go straight directly to a trident killer as fast as possible. It's the same concept with any other farm. Even an iron farm, you want them to get to the killing chamber as fast as possible. There's variations to the iron farm. I explained that a little more in a prior episode, comparing the amount of spawning space versus how far it has to get to the killing chamber, and then too small of a space will create failed spawns. So they all have their differences and stuff like that on variations that you can stray from just by using common sense. This water stream here, I want down 1 level. So to where this intersects, I don't have drops backwashing back and forth. It just falls down 1. That assures I don't have either lost drops stuck somewhere. So it increases what I actually get to my collection. And if it builds up, it'll cause lag. So it prevents lag, and it also increases my rates by making sure that I don't lose any drops that are just stuck and despawning underneath. Somewhere around this area is where I'm going to bring a water elevator up with soul sand. I'm just marking it right now, but this will be close by where my collection is going to be. Again, removing water. Very important. Make sure you get every spot. Prevents spawning and pathfinding issues in your farm. This is what the content creators that create these farms don't go through. They might tell you about it, but actually dealing with it is a totally different story. I spent most of my time dealing with the extra water than actually building the farm. But it's going to be worth every bit of time I spent on it. And I didn't cut too many of the scenes of the underneath. Since it is mine, I designed it. I don't mind showing what I did. Go watch his, though, on how to build the farm. And then come back here, revisit this on how I did the water streams. I might make a separate video on it. Again, I'd like to have Silent Whisper's permission, or to show him. If I get a chance to, or figure out how to get him to see it, maybe he can redesign his, especially now that this Harming 2 setup is going to get nerfed. I'm going to put a repeater at this intersection right here. Guess I need a repeater for that redstone signal to go through that dropper. glass planes are where the drops are going to go through. And the mud blocks is to cover up the trident killers when I flood this. We'll make water sources above the trident killer instead of just falling down into the trident killer. Drops can only fall in the panes when the trident killer is running. And you only have to do two sides of this. Once you get two sides full of water source, the whole pond will fill in itself. Now I can remove the mud blocks and the water will flow down, but still have a water source above it. And that's what the fish are looking for their path finding, is it lower water or water flowing down. I'm just going to go up here and take a look to see if the fish seem like they're going where they're supposed to. And you got to be like in the middle of the middle trident killer. I think the block is 75. I think it's 12 up. I'd have to double check that. But I think it's 12 up, 75, 76, somewhere around there. Does look like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's a good sign. Magnaboxer to take care of any fish that glitch through that glass pane. And I'm going to put a button also, just to make sure nothing spawns in that water source. There's nothing special about these pathways. It's just same as always, ice blocks by where the water intersects. Make sure that your drops go through to the next water stream. Again, that water source block, I'm going to put a button. It's probably overkill, but I'm just doing it anyway. And when you're done with this infinite water source here, you want to remove it. Fill it in with blocks. This stream seemed to have ran over into the lower one, so it's no big deal. I'll deal with it. somewhere in this last stream here, wherever after everything intersects, you're going to want to put a few magna blocks just to make sure you kill any random fish that might have gotten through. I didn't do it here, but I'll have to come back and do it later. I forgot. Somewhere here I plan on having a bubble column going up. Probably that spot right there. Now above the glass pane, you're going to want to put a solid block. That'll block the bottom. It'll make it a cave spawn. So you extra insurance to make sure nothing spawns below. And if it does happen to, it's a cave spawn. I'm not above a lush cave here, so I shouldn't have a problem. This is just extra assurance. Also, you can put an item frame on each one of these blocks to store your trident. This is where the bubble column is going to come up, and I'll put it up probably up to around 80, and then item filter, and then separate the fish from the bone and the XP to me. I'm going to get this block up here before I forget about it. To verify that each of the water streams are working, go throw a stack of blocks in each trident killer with the trident killer running, and do one at a time. Just see if you get the right amount of blocks back that you threw in there. But this farm's pretty well done. I just need tridents. I don't know if I'm going to show the whole collection system or not, or just wait until it's finished. But I still got to get tridents, so I might be moving on to the Guardian farm, or at least starting the Guardian farm, so I can get. I'm going to use that area to get my tridents because I'm going to set a conduit there. Look up Silent Whisperer's video on how to do this if you're interested, and then come back to my video for the water streams and then the collection to get XP and the drops. I started my next video rated the monument. That's how I got Prismarine, and I got tridents while I was there. So I decided to stitch this in so you get an idea of the rates. I forgot to put the middle trident in, so I had a bunch of fish stuck in the middle trident killer. But I'll let you see what's in my inventory and the chest that I already put some stuff in. We're going to run this again with the middle trident in, and we're going to run it at 1,000 times speed. Then I'll do the outro. I actually uploaded it without this, but I decided to delete that upload and add this in. This ain't the final product for the collection. This is just basic, just getting it started and testing. The extra work for the getting rid of the water, I think, has paid off. you like the video, please thumbs up and subscribe. If you don't like it, then don't thumbs up and don't subscribe. That's okay too.